Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back here to today's edition of Intuitive Angling. And man, I really appreciate you guys coming by the channel and spending some time with me on the video. I know that you guys get overwhelmed with these bass fishing YouTube channels, so really appreciate you guys coming by and spending some time with me today on it. Got a good one for y'all today. We're going to be talking about 5 jig setups that every angler needs to have this, guys. If you like to fish jigs and it doesn't matter what your skill level is, I've got 5 different setups here in terms of the colors and the matching trailers that pretty much match any condition that you encounter. So what I'm going to do is each one of these jig setups, I'm going to show you how I developed them, and I'm going to explain to you exactly the conditions they work in the best. I think it's going to add up some good fish for you guys over the next coming years there. So get into that in today's video. Also, guys, I wanted to extend a quick invitation out there. Anyone interested in becoming a channel member of Intuitive Angling, it's a really good way to support the channel. And if you're a channel member, you get private videos every week that aren't seen by the public and some access to my personal email address for your fishing questions. So all you have to do is on my YouTube homepage, click that little thing that says join there, or if you see it come up on your screen on your TV, just click the join button for information. Get you all set up with that. And also a big thank you to everybody out there that's been subscribing to the channel recently. Really appreciate that. Okay guys, sorry if I'm a little sniffly and hoarse. I've had a bad cold this week. I'm sort of getting a little bit better now, but it's been kicking my butt all week. But I'm going to go over my favorite setups here and talk a little bit about when they work the best. Now, first of all, guys, I want to talk about every jig that I'm talking about is my new Blaukat throwback jig from Cumberland Pro Lures. These are living rubber jigs, guys, and living rubber is the best jig material. They're hard to get because they're very labor intensive. My Blaukat throwback jigs are hand tied. I'll put my Tackle Warehouse link in the description. They just got to order 1,000 of them in, so you guys can get stocked up on them now if you want to. But hand tied living rubber, a lot more action in the water. I much prefer living rubber over silicone. You'll get a lot more bites on living rubber than you will silicone. So link in the description of the video there. So let's go over my favorite combos. We'll talk a little bit about it. So first one, guys, is probably the most popular. And that's black and blue. And the way that I like to set my black and blue up is I go with a blue chunk on it. A lot of people use different color chunks like black or green pumpkin sometimes. I get a lot more bites on just what's called, this is the Flippin' Blue Zoom Big Salty chunk with the black and blue Blaukat throwback jig. This is a very versatile color, and it catches fish in a wide range of water clarity. A lot of people think that the black and blue is just for dirty water. It is a good dirty water color, but when you use the Flippin' Blue trailer on it, it has a little bit more translucency and it's a little bit more natural in the water. So this is a good color if I'm fishing water visibilities of 3 feet or less. But one of the things that I do like with a black and blue jig is I like it to be around some type of heavier cover. So if I'm flipping a black and blue, it's usually into a lay down tree, into a grass bed, into some reeds, into some flooded bushes. I don't like to fish a black and blue jig just on clean banks. It's usually some type of cover, but it's really good under a lot of different conditions, a lot of different sunlight level conditions too. Next one with that, guys, is one of my favorite cleaner watercolors. Now this is something that works good in water visibility of over 3 feet, would be the brown Blaukat throwback jig with a green pumpkin trailer. All these are the big salty chunks. Guys, these are my favorite trailers, guys. It's Zoom Big Salty Chunk. I'll link that in the description too. A lot of different jig trailers out there. This is my personal favorite. But the brown with a green pumpkin is a really good clear water color. So anytime I'm fishing water visibilities, again, over 3 feet, I'm using brown with the green. Brown with green, sort of the opposite from the black and blue. This is a really good color to use on sparser cover. So one of my favorite ways to fish a brown with the green on there is to just fish rocky banks with it, like bluff banks, rocky banks, riprap banks, anything like that. Not to say you can't catch them around other type of cover, but brown is a really good color on more open water areas. That's why it's really good for like a football head jig, but you gotta have some brown with green. Once in a while, guys, I'll put some chartreuse or orange dye on the tips of this color too. Okay, the next one is sort of in that same line, but for a different water clarity. And this is the brown and the orange with a brown chunk on it. Now, all these guys, these are all the colors I offer in the Blaukat throwback jig, but the brown trailer with the orange and the brown, this makes it a little bit more appealing and a little bit more off-colored water. So the brown and orange is something that I use in water visibility of like 2 to 3 feet. It works really good. And also the brown and orange works good 2 different times of the year. It works really good in the pre-spawn time of the year and the late fall when the water temperatures are in the 50s. So if you've got water temperature in the 50s, which is usually, depending upon where you're at in the country, it's usually March or April or something like, November or December. Brown and orange is a really good color. That's the easy way to remember it. Water temperature in the 50s, fall or spring, it doesn't matter. Get you a brown and orange with a brown chunk on there if you have water visibility of 2 to 3 feet. Now, occasionally I will use a green pumpkin trailer on the brown and orange and put a little bit of chartreuse on it. I've done pretty good with that. Another piece of advice I'll give you guys, any of you guys that fish areas that have cypress trees in it, a brown and orange jig is a deadly color fishing around cypress trees or really any other type of shallow grass with that. Okay, 2 more left, guys. The next one is one of my favorite old school colors, and that's a black and chartreuse with a black chunk on it. The big salty chunk, either black or some black with blue flake on it. But the black and chartreuse jig, this is my dirty water color right here. Not necessarily for like, stained water, but dirtier water. Water visibility for the black and chartreuse for me, I've usually got to have water visibility of less than 12 inches. 6 to 12 inches is going to be perfect for a black and chartreuse jig with the black trailer on it. Another thing with the black and chartreuse is if you have a rainy day, and even maybe some water visibility a little bit over 12 inches, say up to 2 feet, say, water visibility of 6 inches to 2 feet. If you have a rainy day, definitely get you black and chartreuse. This chartreuse, the way it stands out on a rainy day, the bass will really bite it. This bait silhouettes a lot. It's a dark color, definitely designed for dirtier water. So if you gave me like a perfect scenario for a black and chartreuse, you'd give me like 6 to 8 inches of water visibility about like that, some type of a cloudy day, and some fish in some type of a little bit heavier cover. Definitely they bite it really good. Black and chartreuse good is a really good color around any type of laydown wood. So if you're fishing some dirty water conditions that have stumps or logs in the water, it's hard to beat a black and chartreuse. And another thing with the black and chartreuse, guys, is I'll do sort of a combo of a flipping and pitching with it and a swimming with it. This is a really good color to swim through that shallow cover too. And finally, this is one that has really become one of my favorite colors over the past 3 or 4 years. That is a green and chartreuse with a green pumpkin trailer on it here. This is what I caught a ton of fish, guys, this fall on this bait. You probably saw some of the videos I did up at Lake of the Ozarks, but this was my key color up there. A green pumpkin with a chartreuse with a green pumpkin in there. Another really good off-colored water color. So this is going to be my color when water visibilities are between say 10 inches to maybe 15 inches. Off-colored water, and also on days that are a little bit brighter. So if you got some dirty water and you got sunny or partly cloudy days, really, really good color. The thing about the reason it works a little bit better on sunny days is the green pumpkin makes it a little bit more subtle than if you're using the black next to it. So it works really good there. And also this is a killer color around boat docks. So if you got stained water around boat docks, try the green with the chartreuse in it, green pumpkin trailer there. But like I said, this is probably my favorite color of the Blaukat throwback jig right here, if you guys want to try some of them. But anyway, guys, that's just some foundationals. Now I do mix up some different trailer colors and different trailer styles. I don't just use the big salty chunk all the time. A lot of that you just have to experiment to see what the fish want. But those are the basic setups. As far as the color combinations in relationship to the trailer combinations, these are the colors that I have developed and put together myself that I just catch a lot of fish with them. So hope it helps you out. We'll talk later.